Zaphros, or, you know, in Tri-State better known as Zachy. That is Long Island's GOAT, definitely one of the big homies. He took a little bit of a break, but I feel like this is one of the characters that we lack in Tri-State in all regions. Toon Link, nowhere to be found here, except for a couple, but, you know, they're in some of those smaller sub-regions.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Long Island has more experience with Yoshi, not with this one.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough draw here. Again, JoJo, one of the best, Toon Links to do it, hailing from Washington. So Zaphros definitely going to have his work cut out for him here. In a match that, like you said, is kind of maybe a blind spot in most people's radar. But I feel like a lot of the bones are still there to where, like, the matchup hasn't really changed too much. You know what Toon Link's looking for. Bomb confirms into aerials. Obviously, you have to respect Zaire. Those low percent combos like that are very, very strong. So, we'll see if Zaphros is going to be able to play around that. Again, playing as Mario, it's not always the easiest thing to go up against someone with disjoints. I know that Toon Link's sword is obviously, cartoonishly small, but, it's still a ranged weapon that Mario has to combat with. So, we'll see if Zaphros is able to play around that. But so far, both players keeping it close.
Yeah, for sure. One also thing about Toon Link that I think a lot of players sleep on are some of these aerials, right? Forward air, back air, they're so strong, but it is going to be Zaphros launching JoJo off stage right now. Has to think about when any of the Links have a bomb in their hand too. You never really know what they're thinking. They get kind of the equations around the head, but still, JoJo doing a good job. Both of them actually doing a fantastic job, not committing as much. I feel like we're seeing really good Smash all day so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So here we go. Both players again kind of hanging around kill percent right now. Zaphros trying to fight his way out of the corner, landing with the down air and getting the up smash. So might not necessarily look the prettiest there, but it looks like JoJo might have hit a button that might have led to that being more true than it might have looked on paper. So,
okay,
wow.
I'm loving that from JoJo. Say, you know what, it's okay, let me just get set up here. Catching Zaphros kind of saying, you know what, let me just hang out off stage, let me just reset, but that actually led into the whole entire stock. So now it's pretty even, 2 stocks to 2 right now. Both of them are trying to find their way in with their projectile. You can hear the Long Island crowd behind us start to get a little bit loud here. We're a little bit belligerent in Tri-State, but still, both of them just not really committing as much. But here comes Zaphros, and still JoJo saying, you know what, let's not play on this platform, let me just get right off.
Belligerent's putting it nicely. We're damn outright annoying sometimes. So, nonetheless, though, let's see what the conversion will be here. Nice job using the back hit of Boomerang to set up into that nice little conversion there. So, again, this is certainly a different wrinkle than I'm sure people are used to seeing. You see Zaphros getting the hit check F tilt and maybe trying to run off for something aggressive there. You see him kind of favoring that fair a bit. Could be an option you could potentially see later.
Okay, still, once again, these Toon Link aerials are so good. They have so much launch power on them as well. But now Zaphros still just trying to find a way in, almost at 100% here, so a little bit of rage is definitely going to be helping out. That's not the stop, but you have to watch out. JoJo, once again, bomb in hand. And the Zaire's out of the corner like we were talking about, but it seems like Zaphros is taking the simple route. You know what? These combos aren't going all the way to fruition, but they're doing enough damage, and they're not putting him in super bad spots where JoJo can punish.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, gets the pivot grab there, though. Going to go for the forward throw for the stage positioning. And just runs off fairs. I like that option there. Maybe trying to anticipate the low recovery. It is something that I'm sure Mario likes to do. But again, Zaphros not falling asleep at the wheel. Flood going to come in here and try to provide a little bit of space. Again, both players don't want to give up the big hit here.
Yeah, but still, once again, those Toon Link aerials, Koopa, they are so strong, especially from center stage. That's just throwing Zaphros off the stage. Up smash, though, without rage is not going to be enough. So now it's all about JoJo. Like you said, low percent combos, but now you have a little bit of rage to go with it.
Yep.
JoJo taking his sweet time out of the corner, but still Zaphros is now on this cat and mouse game. Like, come here, man.
All right, there you go. Gets the forward throw here. Ooh, and again, you see Zaphros smelling the blood in the water, trying to, push the envelope to net this KO. But just coming up a little bit short, unfortunately.
Still up.
Scrapping,
yeah. Like I said, I feel like it's just not finding the marks, and without the rage, that up smash could have been the equalizer that we saw a little bit earlier. But now JoJo's kind of set up here, now using the platform as kind of like a little ceiling, so some of these fireballs won't lead into anything. But now, honestly, JoJo just very, very comfortable, right? Another one of these conversions right at the ledge leading into a back air could definitely do it.
Exactly. All right, there we go. You see JoJo continuing to build onto this lead here, playing the perfect cat and mouse game. And again, if you're Zaphros, you know, I'd say most people will tell you try to hit Toon when he's trying to pull the bomb because that's such an essential part of his, you know, of his kit. But it's so hard because you can't catch him.
Yeah.
He's so slick in the air that this character is impossibly hard to chase. 174 on the tab. It's still refusing to give up the second stock here.
So far, the only hits that Zaphros has gotten in the last minute are 3 up airs. 3 up airs into reset. And that it is going to find the option right here. Zaphros 1 stock to JoJo's fresh 1, but I don't know. Things are starting to flee away from Zaphros just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, 79% isn't impossibly hard to make up. You know, it is Mario. He can produce offense very, very quickly. But again, it's one of those things where it's mostly out of grabs, out of straight hits. You're not going to be able to get too much. You know, you really need to depend on those grabs to reset the situation and set your table for you. But JoJo's just doing such a good job not giving up the big hit. Like we mentioned, you know, he's playing very evasive. It's been a steady diet of arrows and boomerangs and bombs. So not necessarily giving Zaphros the space he needs to operate.
Okay, up tilt looking for the air dodge potentially into the up air here. JoJo trying to read the jump as well. So you can already tell that they're firing on a lot of cylinders here, but there was Zaphros' option. Couldn't get the grab. JoJo, like you said, playing so defensively, gonna be able to get the bomb hit into the aerial. That's gonna be game 1 going on over to JoJoDaHoBo. You can hear the Californians, kind of the West Coasters trying to find their boy. I mean, it's hard. Tri-State can get a little bit loud.
Yeah, we can definitely have been known to be rowdy before. Let's take a look at the killing blow here.
Yeah,
that stock there was insane. You know, the bomb and still being able to position yourself to anticipate the tech off the wall. Such smart stuff. And again, just a steady diet of projectiles really led to some great success here for JoJo. Again, the bomb confirmed to the fair. Still one of you know, Toon Link's classics.
I think, too, something that's really important, I feel like not a lot of regions are running, is 3 bans here. We have a lot of stages that are legal. This gives JoJo a lot of flexibility to ban all of those smaller stages.
Yep.
A lot of the times, you would say, you know what, you got to put zoners on a smaller stage so you can really get in their face. But honestly, PS2 is a zoner's dream. You have a platform there, but let me just shut up and give Zaphros all the credit. What a way to start this game, too.
Yeah, let me clear my throat. The nair into
My fault, Goat.
the run off fair. You know, again, you saw Zaphros favoring that fair as a KOing option very early on in that first game, and now finally able to reap the rewards of it with a nice first stock there.
Okay, here we go. Once again, we're back to the Wild West neutral. Who is going to come out first? There's the Zaire, but Zaphros recognizing that JoJo's advantage state is a little bit cleaner right now, has the bomb in hand and still landing with the Nair as well. So now here we go. JoJo once again just starting to stack on this damage, but I feel like now that Zaphros is in the lead, you have to play a little bit more aggressive, Koopa.
Yeah, it's definitely, you definitely want to try to extend this lead. However, you don't want to put yourself in a position to get punished for it either. That dash attack could have been real dangerous, as you see Zaphros trying to, you know, add whatever damage he can onto the stock. We see the up smash come out here for JoJo, an option that has been not showcased so far.
Yeah, it's a very quick out-of-shield option as well, but now JoJo going to be able to get the hero spin clip and be able to pull a bomb as well. Zaphros, though, using Flood a little bit more, too. That's also something important, but looking for the back air. It's not going to be enough. Can't find the down air either. Looking for the F smash. Now we're scrapping a little bit more, but JoJo, you got to watch that shield, bro.
There you go. Back throw going to set up the stage positioning here. But again, just still...
It'll work. It worked.
It made me so mad. I'm so mad that it worked.
It worked.
He just kept doing it.
You know what? If it didn't work the first time for a zoner, it'll work the next 5 times. You can't. There it is, though. Zaphros going to be able to find the forward smash and going to be able to get a really big lead going on right now. I mean, 2 stocks here, low percent. It's a good spot to be in if you're Zaphros, but once again, Toon Link is one of those characters that can really stack on a lot of damage, but it doesn't look like Zaphros really phased right now. Up tilt, though, into double back air, into the up air. Great stuff coming out from JoJo right now, but here comes Zaphros, still just trying to close the gap, and can we see it? We will! Long Island is back in this.
Yeah, nice conversion right there from Zaphros. Again, like you saw, the fair is such a huge part of the arsenal here from our. You see him smiling.
I gotta tell you, for those of you who do not know Zaphros, he is like the nicest guy. Like
he really is.
Long Island is full of just the homies. You got Zaki, you got Player 4, you got
Suarez,
Rack, yeah, you got Stock,
Raptor.
you got Raptor.
Those are all my guys.
Yeah, those are the like ultra like nice dudes. And also too, I mean, Zaphros took a little bit of a break as well. I remember talking to him at Yoshi's Island, which is a regional named after the plethora of Yoshis in Long Island, and he was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this game. And you know, when you say that to somebody, you're never really done. It's so hard to walk away from this because of how many memories you make with your friends.
Yeah, and also I feel like you're going to see a lot more people like that around here because it's a tournament in your backyard. You know, I feel like everybody's retired players tend to show up for regions that don't require them to take hours of transit to get there. So, you know, nonetheless, though, you see Zaphros able to tie it up at 1 game apiece here. So curious to see if who will come out on top in the rubber game here again. It's going to be huge going into that game 4. So let's see if JoJo can make the adjustments here, or Zaphros has maybe figured it out.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Zaki's starting to be the one that's kind of running away here. Say, you know what, you can pull your bomb, you can get set up, but I'm not really going to play into it. Double up air, though, is not going to be enough to lead into anything else. So now here comes JoJo trying to get the aggressive Zares going, but Zaki still couple up airs into the tornado. We got Zaphros taking first stock.
Yeah, real great stuff right there from Zaphros taking that first stock. Like you mentioned, you know, once Mario's able to get his hands on you, the death, you know, the mortality rate is very, very high. So you have to be, or whatever the bad one is, I don't know. But either way, all it takes is just that one conversion, that one straight hit or a grab, and it's going to lead to big damage here. However, JoJo continuing, you know, to fight back here again is showcase some really good ledge or corner pressure, you know, to try to net these KOs.
Zaphros, though, once again going to be landing with the tornado here. If I'm Zaphros, I want to keep this rage as much as possible. You know, we've been saying it for the past 2 games now. Toon Link can stack on a ton of damage. You want to have that little bit of edge here, but like you said, Koopa, JoJo getting all set up here and not really committing to too much. The up smash, even on just a little bit safe, but Zaphros saying, you know what, I'm in the corner, I'll throw some fireballs, take my time getting out of here. Ooh, there it is.
Yeah, the up smash will net the KO there, and only 18% on that second stock, so Zaphros not able to pull ahead, you know, as much as I'm sure he would have liked to. You know, you saw how much that extra credit meant in that last game. You know, potentially giving your opponent, you know, room to get themselves back into the game here. Not what you want to do, but still continuing to you know, play his game, getting the grabs, and, you know, providing solid corner pressure here. It's all coming up Zaphros right now.
I like how Zaphros is trying to jump with him. Like, I feel like JoJo was doing a lot of these full hops, and I think Zaphros is really trying to catch it with something, right? Even just going up there and threatening is a really good spot, but still JoJo starting to bleed out here. I feel like Zaphros has really found his tempo.
All right, there we go. Trying to apply pressure from afar with the fireball. Maybe anticipating a roll there, but not going to get it. But again, JoJo just trying to swing his way back into the fray here. But now it's Zaphros that's kind of sitting back, you know, camping with fireballs, camping with back airs, you know, not wanting to overextend in a position where it could get you killed for it.
Yeah, I mean, also Zaphros, by just not teching on the platform there, kind of lost him his entire advantage state right now, and kind of lost him his entire lead. The up air is not going to be enough, but that back air will be so good from JoJoDaHoBo, being able to maintain, but unfortunately going to not. Oh my jeez, yeah, about to kind of lose it all. Thank God for the bomb.
Yeah, again, you know, you definitely feel for Zaphros right there as the wheels kind of came off there. Oh! I feel like that down air was definitely a stall tactic because Toon Link kind of takes his time in the air before he does it. So, you know, Zaphros showing the hand a little bit too early there.
Okay, here we go. Still just trying to find a loose back air that will get the stock, but still JoJo not giving it to him. Bomb hit into the up air, and now we're kind of back into game 1, right? Now Zaphros is now the cat chasing the mouse here, and JoJo's getting set up, but it doesn't matter. Zaphros going to be able to find that one option that he needed, and just like game 1, down a little bit, but not impossible.
Yeah, again, that fireball into the down smash setting up nicely. And again, sort of the same way where Toon Link loves to set up from afar with these bombs, with these arrows. They're trying to kind of be the lead man into the fray here. That fireball is huge for Zaphros if he's able to convert on him also. But sitting at 105 here, gonna have to play this one pretty close to the vest. However, we've seen it time and time again. Mario only needs that one opening to be able to open it up into something huge.
You can tell also Zaphros feeling very comfortable getting the movement too. And I mean, just the raw forward air and also finding some of these more aerials, but great spot dodge. JoJo now just trying to find that loose option, but Zaphros backing up. We're gonna see just a little bit more projectile play going on, but I feel like the longer the projectile play goes, I feel like the more chances that Zaphros is going to have, gonna be able to recover the ledge, but now here comes JoJo looking for the F tilt. It's not going to be enough, can't convert off the boomerang hit either. Zaphros, you're jumping a little bit too high. Good call out by JoJo, going up 2-1, but that was Zaphros' game to lose.
Yeah, it was tough stuff for sure. Both those guys have been looking a little bit more evenly matched here. And again, I still feel like that second stock was huge for Zaphros. Not being able to. Once he was able to net the lead, he was not able to extend it as far as I'm sure he would have liked to. I believe in the game he won, after Zaphros lost his first stock, he had JoJo around like 79–80%, and then was able to coast to a stock there. The second game was much closer, and then you saw how one missed tech on the platform led to a mountain of damage for JoJo's that unfortunately Zaphros wasn't really able to recover from. So we'll see if this next game makes a difference or not. Again, this is Zaphros' winner's bracket game here. So JoJo looking to move on in winner's side.
Already, though, going to be up just a little bit of percent. Good nair, but there's the throw. Yeah, let's just throw JoJo off stage. Let's not give him any time to get set up here, but here comes JoJo finding the landing. Koopa, I have to call out, Hollow Bastion is open. I feel like we're going back to PS2, and like I said, this stage does favor zoners just a little bit more. I feel like changing the scenery at this point because I feel like JoJo's comfortable, right? And in order to kind of throw a zoner player off their tempo, you have to change scenery at least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if necessarily Hollow Bastion would have been the option there. I'll explain a little bit more in detail after this set, but I do understand why you want to go to PS2 here. You have multiple platforms to kind of help you navigate the awkward areas, and Zaphros just kind of you're gonna open up the chamber right there and let one rip with the F smash. So good stuff from Zaphros again, trying to push it to a game 5.
And still, this is how last game started out. Zaphros here going to be stuck on the ledge once again. You can tell JoJo always so calculated with all of these boomerang hits as well. Good call out once again with the up smash. It's not going to be enough, but great there. Still, Koopa, I feel like Zaphros has spent more time on the ledge than in the center of the stage this entire set.
Yeah, it's tough, man. JoJo's ledge pressure or corner pressure has proven to be very, very hard for Zaphros to navigate around. Like I mentioned, Mario's super stumpy. He doesn't really have a lot of disjointed hitboxes to play with at all. So even just the slightest range from Toon Link, can prove to be difficult, from getting off the ledge. Those awkward scenarios. Love the approach with the flood. Unfortunately, just not in a close enough position for that to work.
Has the bomb in hand, though, and just going to drop it as well. There's the Cyclone, and Zaphros, like we said, using the Flood just a little bit more to try and mess up tempo here, too. But now here comes JoJo, still just trying to find a loose landing aerial, but still Zaphros is like, I'm not going over there unless I have Fireball safety. Boomerang hit into the aerial as well. JoJo definitely has stabilized, but up smash not going to be enough. Not enough rage here, but still, I mean, it's Fireball, left, right, corner. It's getting a little bit into JoJo's favor again in terms of the tempo.
Oh, but here we go. Double back air will convert here. And again, trying to go for the fair spike. But JoJo just able to air dodge through it. Bomb to the up air will be the conversion. Zaphros on his winner's bracket stock here. However, JoJo is still sitting at 105 right now. Definitely cannot get too complacent, as we've seen that Zaphros has been able to, close these gaps, sooner rather than later.
And still, a little bit of rage here could go a long way for JoJo too. Low percent combos, recognizing, you know what, I lost it, let me not chase it. Zaphros trying to find one of these Cyclones honestly, from that height might actually do it too, but Zaphros still just unable to get the option that he's looking for. It's weak hit back air, so it's not going to be enough. First Fireball hits though, but Flood won't. And the top of the Toon Link recovery just going to clip, too. It's just it's starting to fall apart.
All right, there we go, falling up air. Again, that's going to be I don't think he's in forward air potential for that, as a combo. But however, Zaphros providing good ledge pressure here. Like we mentioned, still trying to net this KO. And the sub 50 on the stock is exactly what you're kind of asking for in these scenarios. Don't put yourself in too much of an extra credit situation where you have to play the game in an uncomfortable percentage.
Okay, still, once again, we're back in this Wild West neutral, just projectile v projectile. It's going to be boomerang into the F tilt, looking for the jump too. But honestly, I love the way that JoJo's just trying and finding a lot of these loose aerials too, jumping over some of these fireballs. And for the dash attack, it's not going to be enough. 175. In terms of range, that up air Koopa could have taken it all.
Yeah, again, you see JoJo trying to, push the envelope there. One solid hit away, potentially from winning this set. But will Zaphros give it to him? I don't know.
So close. The up B is going to do it. You know what? Let him rip. Beyblade.
Hey, man, all it takes is one combo. Mario's going to just grab you once, and you can potentially die for it. So if you're JoJo, you're definitely playing in anticipation of that. You are trying to avoid any sort of awkwardness here.
Okay, here we go. I mean, honestly, once again, JoJo is like, get away from me. He knows exactly what he's looking for, but it is going to be the hit into the aerial. Good stuff from JoJoDaHoBo. Once again, one of the better Toon Links to be doing it right now. That's definitely one that you want to watch for sure.
Yeah, excellent stuff from JoJo. Again, losing that second game, but not letting it derail his game plan right there. Again, just being able to pull away in the lead, when you generate a stock lead is just so huge in these matchups against zoners. It really just makes the game that much harder to play. And again, Toon Link, one of those characters where he can just kind of shut down the factory. You don't really have much you could say about it. As you see some of the highlights from that set once again. But JoJo's going to be moving on to winner's bracket. Zaphros going to have an opportunity in the loser's bracket to move on here. But again, the matches continue to be as hype as ever, Lyric. And again, we're going to keep the gravy train rolling. We got some fire coming up next as well.